Tired of the cops finding out where you bury your buddies? If so, congratulations, you're back on criminal TikTok. Today, I'm going to give you a few tips to better bury your friends so they'll never be found. And don't forget to tag your target in the comments. Step number 1. If you're a farmer or no one, you can just give the body to the pigs and they'll eat it down to the bone. Because those bastards don't care what they eat. They really eat anything and everything. Step number 2. Much riskier, but if you bury something, bury it at least 9 feet deep. After burying it, you can do a bit of reverse psychology by placing a tombstone on top. Because firstly, no one likes to desecrate a grave, and secondly, there's a chance they'll think it's a completely normal grave. Step number 3. If you bury something in a somewhat frequented area, just make sure another friend stays around you with a camera. People will think you're filming a movie or a documentary, and they'll probably forget all about the event. Speaking from experience, dress all in black and stand in front of a nightclub, pretending to be a bouncer. When people give you their IDs, write down their address and go burglarize their house, as you can be sure they won't be home for a while. To be safe in bear-infested areas, always carry a pocket knife when you go with a friend. If a bear attacks you, stab your friend in the leg and run. If you're tired at work, set up a ladder and take a nap at its base. If you get caught, you can say you fell off the ladder and lost consciousness. When you rob a store, get a very visible temporary tattoo. When witnesses are asked to describe the robber, they will most likely remember the tattoo, something you don't actually have. Want to create poison at home? Simply mix your dog's pee with bleach. You'll get chlorine gas, something truly super toxic. If you buy coke and need to test it, mix it with vinegar. If it turns into a volcano, it's baking soda. If nothing happens, you've just wasted your coke. Either way, you did a good deed. Drugs are bad, but volcanoes are cool. If you want to bury a body, plant an endangered plant species on top of it. This way, the cops won't be able to dig it up. Want to allegedly make your friend disappear but worried about getting caught? Congrats! You've landed on criminal TikTok again. Today, I'll guide you on how to possibly make someone disappear without a trace. Remember, tag that friend down below and make sure to follow. Step number 1. Choose your location wisely. You want somewhere remote, hard for police to thoroughly search. National parks are ideal because they're vast and reports of people going missing there are common and often remain unresolved. Step number 2. Pick how it's going to happen. If you were a considerate friend, you'd let him choose his own exit, right? I'd say the classic is a fake hiking accident. Just a walk up to a high point and, oh no, a tragic slip. Looks like an accident, right? Step number 3. When the inevitable investigation starts and they find him, you'll be suspect number 1 since you were last seen with him. Your best bet? Leave the country the same day. Don't fly direct though. Bounce between different locations, ending up in a country without an extradition treaty with the US. Ditch all your tech, avoid the internet. Don't make it easy to be tracked. Step number 4. Once you're safely hidden away, start fresh. Get a fake ID, learn the local lingo, and blend in by picking up a job or a craft. Look and act like any other local. Do you want a girlfriend, but you're afraid of women? If so, congratulations. You made it again to criminal TikTok. And today, I'll teach you how to kidnap your crush so they will be yours forever. In the Fortnite universe, of course. So make sure you tag a friend who might need this. Step number 1. You will definitely need to add this tool to your kidnapping arsenal. Let's say you have 3 or 4 friends who will help you in the process. In this case, most people will think that the best choice is them helping drag the person into the van. But in reality, if you just get one friend to buy a professional-looking camera and film the entire thing, anyone who is bystanding will think you are filming a movie scene, and no one will alert the police. Speaking from experience, step number 2, you gotta know that once the police know you kidnapped someone in a certain vehicle, they're going to be on a lookout for that vehicle. So make sure you have some backup vehicles in hand. And then, of course, make sure to destroy the old vehicle. They don't know you actually switched vehicles. Step number 3. Remember, a lot of people have their kidnapping victims escape because they become desperate to escape. You see, if you can make sure all of their needs are taken care of, such as food, water, and shelter, they will be less desperate to escape. In fact, they might develop Stockholm Syndrome. So unless you're trying to interrogate them for money or you are like a hitman, treat them nicely. They'll be less desperate to escape. To skip class, wait for the break and hide your bag somewhere. Then, when you have to go back to class, go to the teacher and explain that your school bag has disappeared and that someone probably took it as a bad joke. Now, he will let you look for your things, and you can even ask your best friend to accompany you in the search. So tag him in the comments. If you want to bury a body, plant an endangered plant species on top of it. This way, it will not be possible for the police to dig it up. If you're dating someone new, then right after you finish the business, stick a nicotine patch on her arm while her asleep. That way, when she leaves you, she'll feel like something's wrong and she'll immediately think it's because she's not sleeping with you. If your grandmother is racist, create a photo montage of your brother or sister in a situation that will upset her. She will remove them from her will, so you will inherit a larger share. To find a girlfriend, go to the Facebook Marketplace and search for wedding dresses. You will find many recently single women, and you can even filter by size. If you meet a homeless person on the street, play the generous one and give him fake money. He will be happy at the moment, but when he tries to use it, he will be arrested by the police, and the number of homeless people in your city will decrease. When you rob a store, get a very visible temporary tattoo. When witnesses are asked to describe the robber, they will most likely remember the tattoo, something you don't really have. You want to bury a body but don't know where to hide it? Go to a farm and give it to the pigs, because those animals really eat anything and everything. You don't want to go to work? Pay a homeless person to come to your workplace and beat you up. The more serious your injuries, the longer your work accident will be. If you're on vacation and forgot to bring a charger but really don't want to buy a new one, go to the hotel reception and tell them you lost your charger. When they ask what it looks like, just say it's a white iPhone charger, and they'll probably have one lying around and give it to you. If you're tired at work, set up a ladder and take a nap at its base. If you get caught, you can say you fell off the ladder and lost consciousness. To earn more money with your insurance, keep a broken device in your car. That way, if you have an accident, they'll think the device broke during the impact. Do you know that there is a trick to watch any movie or TV show for free? Simply type the name of the movie, then the word index or parent directory after it. If you buy coke and need to test it, mix it with vinegar. If it turns into a volcano, it's baking soda. If nothing happens, you've just wasted your coke. Either way, you did a good deed. Drugs are bad, but volcanoes are cool. Dress all in black and stand in front of a nightclub pretending to be a bouncer. When people give you their IDs, write down their address and go burglarize their house, as you can be sure they won't be home for a while. To be safe in bear-infested areas, always carry a pocket knife when you go with a friend. If a bear attacks you, stab your friend in the leg and run. When you rob a store, get a very visible temporary tattoo. When witnesses are asked to describe the robber, they will most likely remember the tattoo, something you don't actually have. Want to create poison at home? Simply mix your dog's pee with bleach. You'll get chlorine gas, something truly super toxic. If you're tired at work, set up a ladder and take a nap at its base. If you get caught, you can say you fell off the ladder and lost consciousness. Do you want to steal your friend's organs to sell them, but you're scared of getting caught? Congratulations, you're back on criminal TikTok. Today, I'm going to show you how to do it like a pro. So don't forget to tag that friend who'll be your target. Step number 1, make them comfortable. Don't take them straight to a shady place. What about hosting a video game night at your place? Drinks and a cool vibe so everyone can relax. Step number 2, the perfect spot for the operation, your own living room. Yeah, buddy, with all those cushions and couches, nobody will think about what's going to happen. And with the sound of the console, a little game of Call of Duty, who could hear anything else? Step number 3, remember, no need to be a surgeon to do surgery. When your friend falls asleep on the couch after an intense game and a few beers, that's your moment. Remove the organ, drain the blood, and plunge it straight into a cooler. Yes, the one you prepared in advance, filled with ice packs. Step number 4, now for the business. Option 1, find an urgent recipient through reliable contacts, always remaining anonymous. Option 2, jump into the online black market. Cryptocurrencies will be your best friends for staying anonymous. But make sure you don't give away like 2 hearts or 4 kidneys at the same time. That's too suspicious and you'll get caught immediately. I say this from experience. If you live in the USA, dress all in black and stand in front of a nightclub pretending to be a bouncer. When people give you their IDs, write down their address and go burglarize their house, as you can be sure they won't be home for a while. If you're tired at work, set up a ladder and take a nap at its base. If you get caught, you can say you fell off the ladder and lost consciousness. To be safe in bear-infested areas, always carry a pocket knife when you go with a friend. If a bear attacks you, stab your friend in the leg and run. When you rob a store, get a very visible temporary tattoo. When witnesses are asked to describe the robber, they will most likely remember the tattoo, something you don't actually have. Want to create poison at home? Simply mix your dog's pee with bleach. You'll get chlorine gas, something truly super toxic. If you buy coke and need to test it, mix it with vinegar. If it turns into a volcano, it's baking soda. If nothing happens, you've just wasted your coke. Either way, you did a good deed. Drugs are bad, but volcanoes are cool. If you want some easy bucks, simply rob offenders. Their addresses are very easy to find and they also can't own guns. If a service dog ever approaches you, that means that their owner is in trouble, so you need to follow it because you'll get an easy free wallet. To make your taxes less, fire a gunshot near your house every few days. That will keep your property value and taxes low. You want to bury a body but don't know where to hide it? Go to a farm and give it to the pigs, because those animals really eat anything and everything. You don't want to go to work? Pay a homeless person to come to your workplace and beat you up. The more serious your injuries, the longer your work accident will be. If you're on vacation and forgot to bring a charger but really don't want to buy a new one, go to the hotel reception and tell them you lost your charger. When they ask what it looks like, just say it's a white iPhone charger, and they'll probably have one lying around and give it to you. To earn more money with your insurance, keep a broken device in your car. That way, if you have an accident, they'll think the device broke during the impact.
Bro, did you try the Galaxy Gas?
Do you know that you have only 2 minutes to live? But every time you breathe, it restarts again. Listen to this. There is no way to prove that we are all seeing the same colors. Do you realize that we are living in the wrong time? Because how did they know the right time when the first clock was made? Regardless of how much you get older, the number of people who are older than you will not increase. Did you know that you can never bite down on something? Your jaw will only bite up. Why does your lips hurt if you bite it accidentally? But if you bite it intentionally, it won't hurt. Do you know that if you kill a murderer, the number of murderers will not be decreased? Do you know that you don't actually need a parachute to skydive? You only need a parachute if you want to skydive twice. Why do we blow on hot things to cool them down, but we also blow on cool things to warm them up? There are only 2 days in your life that don't have 24 hours. If we evolved from monkeys, why do we still have monkeys? Breathe oxygen, guys! That shit might kill you. You don't want to go to work? Pay a homeless person to come to your workplace and beat you up. The more serious your injuries, the longer your work accident will be. In your last year of college, lose your student ID and get a new one. The expiration date will reset and you can get another 4 years of discounts. If a service dog ever approaches you, that means that their owner is in trouble, so you need to follow it because you'll get an easy free wallet. If you accidentally scratch someone's car, write a note in shaky handwriting saying you are 5 years old and fell off your bike. Then leave $5 saying it's all you had. You want to bury a body but don't know where to hide it? Go to a farm and give it to the pigs, because those animals really eat anything and everything. If you're on vacation and forgot to bring a charger but really don't want to buy a new one, go to the hotel reception and tell them you lost your charger. When they ask what it looks like, just say it's a white iPhone charger, and they'll probably have one lying around and give it to you. To earn more money with your insurance, keep a broken device in your car. That way, if you have an accident, they'll think the device broke during the impact.
Bro, I think you're trying to set me up.
Tired of your buddies you dump in the water, ending up floating back up or washing ashore so you get caught?
Bro, what the fuck?
If so, congratulations. You're back on Criminal TikTok, and today I'm going to teach you how to properly dispose of your friend in the water. And don't forget to tag your target below. Step number 1, I noticed that many beginner serial killers just throw the organic material into the water, but they don't know that the gases it releases as it decomposes will make it float to the surface. The best solution is to completely incinerate it until only ashes remain, and then dump the ashes into the ocean. There's a 0% chance anyone will find anything, and even if they did, how would they know what it was? When you think about it, if no one talks about it, it's because those who tried it never got caught. Step number 2, many think you can just attach weights to make it sink to the bottom and stay there forever. But no, erosion attacks the materials and could end up breaking them, and it will just float back to the surface. So instead, put it in a metal drum, make a few holes in the drum, and throw it into the sea. Plus, if you mark it with memorial or something like that, no one will want to touch it even if they come across it, and it will stay at the bottom forever. Step number 3, we know that sharks often follow boats. So you could, occasionally throw a little food to keep them interested. My favorite method is to cut it into pieces so the sharks eat it.
Bro, what's wrong with you?
Unethical ways to make money. Part 3. This plan needs 2 people, so don't forget to tag the buddy you'll pull this off with. First, you will both take the bus and go to your local Walmart. Once you are there, you will tell your friend to stay outside of the store and you will get in there alone. Walk straight up to the oil section and make it seem like a bottle fell from your hand, accidentally, and got all over the place. Once you do that, you will walk straight up to the store manager and tell him that there is spilled oil on the floor, and they should fix that because it is a danger to other customers. Now, after they are informed about that and before they clean it, your friend will immediately enter the store, walk up to where the oil is spilled, and make it seem like he accidentally slipped over it and fell off. And for better results, your friend can break his arm too. Now, you will demand the store manager to get the camera footage of this incident. After that, you will both file a lawsuit against Walmart for a slip and fall case. If your acting skills are great, and if you got the camera footage also, you will walk out with $150,000 for body injuries plus $90,000 for emotional damages. Then, you will split it up with your friend. Make sure to like and follow to get more money ideas.